Oh. Oh, internet. What's up, internet? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's Wednesday Nerd. Wednesday Nerd. What's up? How you doing? Whoa. What's up, everybody? How you doing? What's going on? It's Wednesday. Good to be here. We should check out who's first to the chat real quick. Who was it? Who was it? Mr. Charlie List himself, otherwise known as Gone Wishin'. Bald and Dangerous are here. Daryl Dimer is here. Let's see here. Who else? Candy Overhauls is here. Nelson Montañez, what's up? Says, wish I could catch the stream, but gotta go do this thing called work. Well, leaving a like and gotta catch the replay. Yeah, so those of you that swing by and don't have time, this always does re-upload as a video, so you can always check it out later on if you want or whatnot. But if you do stop by, say hi and I guess hit buttons or whatever. I don't know. Not really concerned. Not super concerned about that stuff today because there was... Okay. Whew. Let me... Sorry, I've been running around. I'm running out of breath here. Trying to get everything done before I leave town, which is crazy. And honestly, was not planning on doing a show today. I just realistically wasn't going to do one. But then I realized something that is going on in the world, okay? And we had a bit of a problem. You guys, we have a long-standing supporter of the show here, a member of the Fishfam in need. We've got a thing going on here. And you know what? I'd like to say this isn't something I would normally do. So let's just throw the caveat out there that, look, I'm not necessarily here to, you know, just do this kind of stuff all the time. But on a personal note today, I realized that, you know, in my navigation of the world, basically, I guess the easiest way to explain it would be to just come out and, let's just come out and talk about what happened today. So, basically I was like, hey, you know what? This morning I opened up my Facebook and I was going to look in my Facebook and be like, oh, hey, let's see what's going on with some people. What's happening here? And I happened to notice from a certain person who will remain nameless, there's just really no way to put it. It's somebody that posts a lot of links that are sort of, you know, inflammatory or like, you know, I'm edgy, I'm against the grain, right? And I guess something to equate it to would be like flat Earth or 9/11 conspiracy theories or, you know, climate change denial or, let's see, you know, a bunch of stuff like that. Or like Monsanto's an evil company trying to take over the world, right? Now, typically, if I'm to encounter something like that, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I get it, man. I get that you like got some views, okay, and you may or may not have some questions in your life, and you may or may not be thinking about whatever. Hey, man, what are you doing? I bet there's a ghost out front. Seriously? There is a ghost out front. Oh, it's a mailman ghost. Don't worry. Good job, dogs. You saved us from the evil mailman. We didn't die. Whew, boy, good doggies. But I understand that some people, like, for instance, in, like, climate change, there may or may not, in my opinion, there aren't, but there may or may not still be some questions for some people out there, because it hasn't definitively, the Earth's not on fire, right? Like, we're all kind of living here and doing things, right? We're all still living on the planet. So you might still have some questions about that. But the thing that I encountered today was another veiled, and this is my opinion, a veiled attempt at the Holocaust denying, okay? And, it's just beyond the pale of my comprehension that in 2018, some people would be throwing this garbage out there. You know what I mean? And I think in reality's term, where we're at right now is that we're far enough removed, right? Like, we have enough generational gap to be removed from the atrocities that happened in World War II. And there are generations now that feel like, well, I have some questions. And the unfortunate side of it is that there really isn't any questions about that situation at this point, okay? There just isn't. And I realize that I personally have been exposed to a small group of people who just want to be contrarians just for the sake of being contrarians, right? Now, no matter how much information you can throw at these people, no matter how much, whatever you can do, they'll look at it and they'll just go, that's untrue. And it's because it's stuck in a belief, it's a belief that you feel like you're right. And it feels very discouraging. It feels very discouraging to encounter people like that where you've just got some kind of weird idea in your head and just decided that you're going to run with it. And, realistically, I felt, I just feel really empty after having dealt with that exchange and realized that, like, wow, there really are some desperately disgusting people on this planet just wandering around and just doing what they're doing. Now, I felt discouraged. I felt kind of bad. I felt like, my God, what do we do here? What do we do here? What do I do as a person in this situation? Typically, I think everybody gets rooted in a little bit of anger that you're like, why won't this maniac figure it out? Like, what is going on here? But I have to sit back and think, like, what am I going to do in my reality to improve the situation, the world situation that I live in? Now, today, that answer came pretty easily. One of my, and this comes personally, one of my longtime supporters here, you guys have seen her in the chat probably on most of the shows, is 54 Punchy, okay? 54 Punchy, otherwise known as Pamela, has been a longtime supporter of the show. She's been somebody who's been around, commenting, contributing, and being somebody who I could, just generally count on being around and just being a positive influence, right? And Pamela lives out in the crazy part of Montana and lives like pretty much exactly the lifestyle that I probably would someday. So we definitely do have some kindred spirit involved in that. Now, living way out in the middle of nowhere does have some interesting issues from time to time. And a while back, her and I were discussing some computer problems she was having, okay? And one of the things that came up as we were talking about what was going on with the computer is Windows 98. She had to make sure that it never updated Windows 98, otherwise the computer would crash and have problems. At some point in time, somebody came by and tried to put a new operating system on it. If anybody knows how long it has been since Windows 98 is around, you get an idea of how old this computer is. It's probably not even considered a computer anymore. It's probably considered a calculator, I would guess, at this point. But to be brutally honest, she has definitely duct taped the thing, put in jumpers. I mean, anything you could possibly do to keep this computer going. And finally, it just... finally, that thing has literally gone kaput. Okay? Like, I just don't think there's any coming back. I don't think you could hook up enough jumper cables to that thing to get it to work again. And, you know, I thought to myself, hey, after having dealt with so much negativity earlier on today, what can I do to try and help something, just help somebody, right? And, you know, as I was kind of driving around, this was going on, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna drive back home. I get my errands done super fast. We'll get this thing locked down, and I'll show up. We'll do an hour-long show. I've got a bunch of Patreon questions to answer, so we'll run through the Patreon questions. I honestly don't have any video today because, you know, I don't have anything prepared for a show today because I wasn't planning on doing a show because we're going to be traveling. We're going to be running out. We got to go to Michigan. We're going to the American Live Bears Association in Michigan, which is crazy. And then we're going to Germany for the Interzoo trade show, which is going to be very exciting. And there's a lot of stuff going on. My whole office is chaos right now. I got stuff all over the place through the magic of cameras. You can't see any of it. But just to, you know, give you an idea, there are like 2 backpacks in reach right now. like, there's one right here. You know, so I am basically getting ready to run out the door, and I figured, hey, you know what? I'll give a shout out to you guys. We'll get the Patreon questions caught up before I leave town. There'll be a bunch of them. Obviously, while I'm gone and stuff like that. I will be either connected in or out or whatever to be able to answer questions or communicate with you guys. But I have a lot of videos that will be coming out, so a lot of produced videos will be coming out while I'm gone, so there won't be like a total void or anything like that, but obviously there won't be any live streams or anything like that to be able to, you know, come in and chat it up and all that kind of stuff, but it just kind of is what it is. I don't know exactly when we're going to be able to get back, so I can't even say, like, when the next show will be until I'm actually here, and then we won't be able to do that. So, I guess maybe that explains just kind of my interaction with the day of just being super frustrated. You know, a lot of people would ask, like, you know, oh man, you must be like you know, I'm not of any, you know, I don't have any religious affiliation. I don't really have any racial affiliation. I'm American just kind of because I'm here, you know? So the basis of, you know, my frustration was like, dude, it just is what it is. Like, you just got to understand, like, you know, World War II was pretty well documented, you know, like people were around, man. There was newspapers, there was communication, like people had a pretty good grasp of what was going on. Like, most of the trials from it were broadcast, you know what I mean? Like, so just super frustrated, a little bit irritated, and I figure, hey, you know what? If we could pop on here and maybe just do a little bit of good in the world, and just see if we can't help somebody out there that could be in need of something, and if not, then I don't know. At least I'll just feel like, hey, you know what? I tried to do something good, and maybe it didn't work. But honestly, is this kind of a self-serving situation? I guess, I don't know. I just would like to feel good about something. So, as a full caveat, I have no control over the GoFundMe. I don't have anything to do with it. Miss Candy is going to handle the GoFundMe. My name is not on it except for on the donation that I put on there. I just went ahead, I just threw down $20. I know it's not a lot. I wish I just had the full amount and could just do that. I just don't right now. It's just, I just don't. I mean, I did all my bills this morning and stuff like that, and I realized, like, oh, I've got just enough money to pay it and then figure something out. So, like I said, we're going to be traveling, and a lot of people say it's for vacation, but it's mostly work. You know, we're going to be at the American Live Bears Association. We're going to be talking with people. Corey's going to have to be working most of the time. So, you know, giving, like, Corey's going to be giving, like, 2 lectures on Saturday, and then we fly out Sunday, like, right after the, like, as soon as the convention, like, lets out on Sunday, like, we're out of there. We fly to Atlanta, then we fly to Paris, then we have a layover in Paris, then we fly to Germany, and as soon as we get off the plane in Germany, we go to the trade show. So it's going to be pretty quick moving. There's a lot going on. We're just going to be, like, it's going to just be traveling. We're both going to be, like, harebrained from flying around, figuring everything out and stuff, but it's going to be a lot of work. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun also. So there is the vacation side of it. Also, you know, I do have to remind people, like, when I'm out of town, that means I ain't making no money. You know what I mean? So I don't have vacation days or anything like that. So hopefully, hopefully this whole thing works out and everything goes well. I assume that it will. Even if it's chaos, we'll be fine, and we'll figure it out, you know, one way or another. But thank you, everybody. I figure, you know, like, I'm just kind of at a point now where I just want to help somebody out, and there's a desperate need for somebody that didn't even ask. Did not even ask for help. Didn't ask for help at all. So I want people to know that I'm certainly not I'm certainly not in the position to just get a bunch of emails or something like, hey, I need help with this. Like, I don't. It just was a message of like, hey, man, this is what's up. My computer's broken. I'll figure it out. I won't be seeing you guys for a while. I won't be able to be in the chat or anything like that. It wasn't any kind of solicitation or anything like that. So it's just one of those things of somebody who's awesome, and it's super independent too, and like I said, did not even ask for anybody to do anything for her, which is awesome. And also on top of it, I would remind people that, you know, one of the reasons I'm kind of a kindred spirit with Pamela is that she is an artist. Her art is awesome. It is better than mine. I will tell you flat out. Her art is better than mine. Just period. Just period. It's not even like, oh, they're different. Like, nah, hers is just better. And I would like to be able to see more. I would like to be able to see more art from her, and hopefully this would be a great thing. I know that she puts up some YouTube videos and stuff, but I know that there's a huge computer issue in the way, and I know that you guys have you know, you guys have been super supportive of me and stuff. It is, and it's huge, but it doesn't have to be a ton of money or anything like that. You guys throw $1 at it or something. And you know, nowadays computers are actually pretty darn affordable. So I think if we hit that mark, we can get it done, and then we'll just be like, all right, well, we expect to see more art pictures from Pamela on, like, Facebook, and make Facebook a little bit nicer, and maybe we don't have to deal with people like trying to say that Mussolini was a good guy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So we do have 2 super chats here to deal with. Like I said, I'm not even asking for super chats or any of that kind of stuff today. We're just literally saying the GoFundMe. Obviously, I can't really turn them away if that happens. I don't know. I've never tried that. I wonder if you can. I don't know. I know you can on Twitch. Nope. No, you can't. No. I know you can just send them back on Twitch, though. You could just refute them. But we do have 2 super chats here. One from AJ Aquarium saying, see you next time. Well, thank you very much. And a 234 super chat from the Zombie Drummer says, usual super chat cash going to 54 Punchy today. That is awesome. Thank you very much from me and from Pamela. I know she probably is not online. She said she was going to try to be on her phone. But here's also one of the things. It was like I get this message like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to try to be on my phone, but it uses a lot of my data." And I'm like, "Oh no." You know, I'm blessed and lucky to be in the position that, you know, Vicky and I have like unlimited data, and we're able to like not be concerned about that kind of stuff. So it really is like one of those things. Ashley Taylor is here. Mr. Ashley Taylor, what's up? He says, I'll kick in a 5 instead of funding you tonight. Hope your emails are hitting the phone. Not forgotten. Been talking to people, but I had to go to Holland today to give an English lesson in the word immediate. Hi, man. You know what I mean? So, Ashley is, I don't know what the word to describe Mr. Ashley Taylor, plant salesman extraordinaire kind of situation. One of the people I'm going to get to hang out with, hopefully at Inner Zoo. As he is one of the tradesmen and able to go, which is going to be super cool. And so, yeah, I figure we'll figure it out while we're there. You know, I'll be at the Hagen display most of the time, which I'm, from looking at where the Hagen is, it's going to be a huge area. I think it would be hard to miss. So I'll be hanging around there. It'll be pretty easy to find me if any of the trades folks happen to be around. Travis C. showing up late saying, sorry I missed the start. Who are we helping tonight? We are actually helping out 54 Punchy, who's one of our long-time subscribers, chatters, contributors. 54 Punchy. So she can move from Windows 98 or... which is mind-bending. So yeah, we're moving on. What is that? Was that a ghost? What is that? Hey, man. What are you doing? What is that weird noise? I think it's a ghost. I bet you there's a ghost here. Yeah, well, I don't know. Either way. Sorry, don't mean to get sidetracked there, but I don't know what that weird noise was, and I don't think I ever will. If you guys see a ghost come creeping up behind me, just let me know. Because if it tries to swallow my soul or something, I'll be tripping. You know what I mean? I'll be tripping. So, and then I'll be tripping like crazy if a ghost tries to eat my brains. But I see Mr. Michael Moncour showed up in the chat. What are you doing, Michael Moncour? What's up, buddy? I gotta send an email to Michael Moncour because something important. None of your business, okay? Frank Dominguez is here. Phil Emerson is here. Congo the Jormungand. That's a wild name. I like it. Says it's the ghost of that one goldfish you put in a bowl all those years ago. You made Fred and Fred and Fred and Fred and Fred. Yeah. Bob Kaler's here. What's up, Bob? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm not trying to be one of those live streams where I'm just saying hi to the people in the chat that you guys can read now. But oh my, the GoFundMe is already at $254 thanks to Nicole Figgins, Steve Satriano, Vexing Cat, Joseph Harden, Rob Hicks, Michael Moncour, Bra Jackson going big, Bob Kaler, oh, also, Keller Jeremy, I'm guessing that's Jeremy Keller, maybe? I don't know. Let's see, Lauren McGrath, Alyssa Bentley, The Zombie Drummer, Daryl Dimer, oh, me, yeah, whatever, me, whatever. And Robbie Taylor. Oh, right on. Thank you, guys. That is awesome. Like I said, Candy Overhauls is handling that, so she'll probably get something, you know, if we get to the mark, we'll get something ordered up and sent out there. Candy's handling it. I have nothing to do with it. And that is the deal. So let's move on to the Patreon stuff for today. Because we have a bunch of Patreon questions. And I want to answer the Patreon question before I go flying around the world and getting lost in the sky, right? What's this? Travis C has a great offer. What's the deal? Okay, I'll match up to $250 for the cause. Just get to $250 and he'll do the rest. Mr. Travis C. That's kind of big time. It's at $254 right now. I'll be honest with you guys. If it goes over, I mean, we kind of just did the 500 because that's sort of like you just get a Dell and order it off of Amazon. That's pretty much, you know, the thing. If it does go over, I'm sure Candy will just find a better computer or something. Just up the ante, get her a better computer for longer. I'm sure that'll be handled. So if it ends up going over, then that's the deal. But let's we'll hop back and then oh, my back's hurting today. I was carrying a bunch of stuff around, you know what I'm saying? So okay, we've got Gabe Jamon is asking, what air pump would you recommend for a fish room? The biggest linear pump that you can find. Shoot, I thought I had that. I thought I had a link for one. Let me see. Open the thing. Check out the buttons. Click on the buttons. I thought I had one in... Gotta check. Do. Oh, no. I thought I had one in the Amazon. Those are some sweet shoes, though, by the way. I got some sweet shoes in the Amazon influencer list. That's the one that's recommended stuff that I've used. So, hold on a second. Let me see if I can't... Dun, 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 dun. That's not very good. Hold on a minute. Do. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. It'll take me just a second, but I'll find it. What's he doing? He's not finding it. Oh, no. All right, well, I'll be honest with you guys. I am not finding it on Amazon. Hold on a second. This will take a second. Copy. Paste. Yeah. Where are we going? Here. Oh, come on. You figure it would show up. You figure it would show up if I was looking around on my stuff. Maybe they've got it here. Oh. All right. There we go. There's one. All right, here is the one. Wait, let's see. 60 liter, 80. Yes, these are the ones right here. Okay, let me get the text. Then we get the copy. Yes. Then we go. I hit the button wrong. What did I do? Okay, hold on now. And then I'll put that also in there. Yeehaw! I got it. You guys, it just took a second. I just had to get it. I just had to get it from the thing, okay? It's not a big deal. It's just kind of a boring thing, right? All right, there is the link right there, my guy. Finally got it. So, that is the biggest one in the... Okay, what happened here? Did I... Oh, no, I did it. I screwed it up. Hold on. I did. Sorry. Disregard that. Disregard that link. Copy. Let me take this one away. I'm going to remove my own. There we go. Let's put this one in. There's the one you want. Sorry, I screwed that up. Somehow I copied the wrong thing. Don't know how that happened, but we got it figured out. Yeah, so that is the air pump that you're looking for. Obviously, you can get a smaller one from there. You can kind of size it down if you want, but that's going to be a great pump for you. You can even get bigger ones. But for like a big fish room, those Elita pumps are definitely the ones that I would recommend. I even saw one once that had like, I want to say it was a tree, but it was more like a telephone pole situation fell on it. I would say more like a telephone pole fell on it. Not a tree, but like a, like a big tree log situation fell over onto it. And then I think the owner just assumed that it would never work again. And we picked it up and cleaned it off and plugged it in, and it still worked. Just like, what? Like, what's this whole situation? Like, the stupid thing just survived. I don't know. Survived some kind of craziness. Wait, what happened here? Did we get to the goal already? Well, there we... All right. Well, that's buck wild. All right, guys. All right. Well, there we go. I guess we got that sorted. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know. We got like 25 minutes left in the show. I'm only going to do an hour-long show today, guys. I seriously have to leave. I got to get my truck over to the shop so that they can try and fix it while I'm gone. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm going to guess the thing's going to end up in auto body jail when they're like, yeah, it's going to cost $40,000 now to fix your truck while I'm gone, we all been there, right? We've been there. Auto body jail. But thank you very much, guys. I very much appreciate it. Let's just say that's not even a Band-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just solved it. We just solved it. We solved it. We solved it. Right? We just got that situation sorted out. I'm stoked to say that I'm just stoked to say that we got that figured out. I know Candy will make a good decision. We'll figure something out for the budget. We'll get that sent over, and then boom, when we get back from Germany, 54 Punchy will be back in the chat, and we'll be able to be like, oh, what's this fancy new computer? Are you scared of the bright colors? What's all these fancy schmancy? I can't see the pixels anymore. But thank you for everybody that contributed. Thanks, Travis, man. Going big. He's going big. Big shout out to Travis. Thank you very much, Travis. That's highly appreciated, man. And I'm sure Pamela Earlywine will probably figure out something nice for you. That is awesome. That is awesome. I feel better. I feel better about the world now. I feel better about the world now. Now I don't have to go out and like karate chop people in the neck or anything like that. You know? Like I don't need to. I don't need to because I know that there's just good stuff going on, right? Which is good. That's just a good feeling, you know? That's a good feeling to know that I don't need to kick anybody today, right? I don't need to. Because I'll just be like, Fishfam, what up? You know? Fishfam. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Are you supposed to say Fishfam? Or is it Fishfam? Right? Maybe it's more elegant that way. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, let's go on with the Patreon here. Jason Tweedy, Mr. Bare Bottoms Aquariums himself, which always makes me kind of laugh because if it's Bare Bottoms Aquariums, does that mean he just doesn't have pants on? Or does he have a lot of aquariums with no substrate in them? It's something to think about, right? I know y'all's thinking about it now because it's something I've been thinking about. Right? I've been thinking about it. Does he do his aquariums with no pants on? It's weird. Seems weird. I wouldn't. I'll wear my pants. But Jason Tweedy, Bare Bottoms Aquariums in the beta tank, adding some 24 karat gold White Cloud Mountain minnows. You can see them right over here in the corner. People that have been around for years and years and years and years know that I used to have a giant school of the White Cloud Mountain minnows, which at the time seemed like a giant school. I realize now I have more than twice as many rummy nose tetras in my tank, and it doesn't even seem like there's very many rummy nose in there. You know, like I'm getting desensitized to mass fish. So, yeah, but I love the White Cloud Mountain minnows. I would definitely consider, I'd probably consider them again. You know what I mean? I would consider them one more time, I think, someday. Might be a pond thing or something, though. I might do like a pond thing, like outside. But I definitely dig them. I definitely like them. They are fun to breed. They're fun to multiply, and a pretty hardy, cool fish, I would say. Daniel Scary, I don't know how to say his last name properly, playing with this new 10-gallon tank. Love to know people's thoughts. Just the start. Probably look completely different in a week. But hey, I'm having fun. I dig it. Yeah. I can't even tell you how many times that I'm like, oh, this tank is going to change in 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like I'll set something up, like take a little video of it, take a picture of it, and then be like, oh, cool, man. I'm just going to go ahead and tear all that stuff out I just did. Right? You know, and then be like, oh, now it's time to change it. We've got a couple of comments here from our homies, the Savannah, the Aqualama, and Miss Barbara Jackson herself. Definitely liking it. And that is, I really like kind of this layout. It's been a really long time since I've had, like, you know, this kind of river rock gravel kind of look tank. And I do have to admit, it sort of draws my eye now. Because it's been such a long time since I had it. So I get that, you know, like, you've lost that love and feeling, yeah, right? You know, and I'm like, oh man, maybe I should get some of that. No, gotta stick with what I'm doing, right? But I do love it and definitely dig it. Alexandru Radine, I don't know. Turned on the TV this morning, and here's YouTube's recommendation on animals. It's Gerald and Corby themselves. Oh, we love you guys. Oh, well, thank you. Hey, Corby and I really like doing the Real Fish Talk, and we generally are going to keep doing it. So, that's just kind of a thing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I certainly appreciate it, and I know that Kobe does too. Kobe does too, and it's a good thing. Kind of sad we aren't doing a road trip, but we're flying around, so that's pretty cool. Rumbust himself, who actually sent me some standoff rings, which is dope. Thank you very much. Got those yesterday when I was up at the Real Fish Talk. Says, hopefully we've opened the present now. Hopefully it solves something we've talked about quite a bit in the last few shows. I've bought 2 of these before, and both have required me to widen a small hole rather than 3 for them to click properly. Have fun with them? I sure have. Though right now I can't seem to find my set. Oh well, they'll show up sometime. It's like oh, yeah, so what this is, if nobody knows, we've got some standoff rings for that adapt to the camera, so it actually moves the lens further out, so you can do some more macro shots and stuff like that. You can actually just change the focal length of a camera lens, because it just gets further. It literally gets further away from the camera. Is going to change its magnification. So. And they're working out pretty cool, man. Thank you very much. And the reason I've been talking about that a lot, as you guys know, I've been saving all my pennies to try and get a macro lens. That's the big thing I'm working on. And like I said, I did I had to do all my maths and my bills this morning, and realized that that's not happening this month, but maybe next month. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And yes, in the meantime, I will be able to make use of those standoffs, and I'm going to use them probably when I get back. I don't know if I'm going to take them to Europe or not. Barbara Jackson sent in, I love him the 8. She's loving the 8 bore. Oh, I can never say this when I'm reading it. Boraras maculatas. In the jungle, planted a 2.5-gallon nano tank. They seem to love all the plants. Species only tanks. Tank's been set up for about a year, has had several temporary residents. What am I doing? I can't even talk right now. Do you think these guys can stay in here long term? The Boraras have been in here about a month. The tank is very stable and mature. Yes, I would say you could just leave those. You could leave those in there. They might outgrow it technically, but them being such a tiny fish, they're like, that's full grown. Like, that's full grown right there. I would just leave them in there long term if they're doing well. And then, just kind of pay attention to what they got going on. The aquarium coop, Mr. Corby says, you don't know how I feel. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't. But get that out of here. Fish keeper Daniel the Great says, what's the fundraiser for hungry children in the South? Nope. We actually had a fundraiser for 54 Punchy, one of our longtime subscribers here. And, basically her computer just couldn't handle Windows 98 anymore. Which is crazy. But that's just the reality of the deal. And hopefully we see some cool stuff. Moving forward. And I guess one of my biggest things about it today was just how sad I was feeling for humanity, really. I mean, just some people I encountered today, for lack of a better way to put it, would be that, they're just deciding that it's just okay to like anti-Semitism and whatnot. Like, they're Holocaust deniers. They're just trying to say like, oh, this is all just a bunch of lies or whatever. And, I got overly emotionally invested in it, and I was very upset. And then something happened. Pamela's computer finally gave up. Just how many times her and I have talked about, putting some duct tape on it, basically. Put some baling wire on it. you know, put some carburetor fluid in there. I don't know. I mean, put a jumper in, see what's going on. How many times that has gone on, and now it just finally gave out. There just really wasn't anything to do for it anymore. And it is pretty absurd to realize that, like, you know, somebody's using that old of a computer and relying on it to, like, do stuff. So I just said, you know what? Maybe we could do this thing. Maybe we can't. But we hit our goal. So, I mean, if we keep going, obviously it's just going to be a better computer, I guess. But we hit our goal, and it's going to happen, right? Ed's Fish says eBay sells decent Dells for 990s with Sandy Bridge processors for really cheap. Yeah, I think we'll find something like you know, Candy will find something like Amazon, whatever, something that has like a good return policy or whatever, just in case, you know, something weird happens. And then we'll be happy to see one of our major Fishfam members come on back, coming out of Wyoming, which is where I want to live too. Rob Hicks Aquariums with the $2 Canadian super chat saying the power of the Fish Fam. Great job, Corvus and all. Well, thank you, Rob. I know that you kicked in not only on the super chat but on the GoFundMe. It's awesome, dude. Thanks, man. Daniel Keeping Fish with a £2 super chat saying, toured just now but want to help. Haven't got £5. Haven't got the £5 minimum. Oh, okay. Poor just now. I guess poor. I don't know. Haven't got the £5 minimum. Well, either way, thank you, Daniel. Like I said, I threw $20 in there, so maybe it'll just balance out or whatever. I don't know. So JH Aquatics is right. There are good people in this world. Does make me feel good. It makes me feel good. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's a self-serving thing to make me feel better. I mean, maybe it's a self-serving thing, and it just makes me feel better. But it does make me feel better, you know? It just does. It just does. It just makes me feel better, you know? About the world. Spencer Ballard sending in on the Patreon, throwing down the question, hey, Joel, can you post where and when you visit shops in Michigan? Grand Rapids is close to home for me. You should do a trip to check out Lake Michigan if you have time. Yes, I'll definitely check out Lake Michigan if we have time. We will be, when we land in Michigan, we're basically going to do a store hop. I don't know what stores we're going to, but when we land, we're going to do a store hop. So we'll be in a bunch of stores and stuff. I would look around maybe on Facebook or whatnot. Maybe there's an itinerary or whatever on there. But, you know, the, like, guaranteed spot will be the American Libraries Association convention. We'll be there, and we'll be able to check in with you guys. You know what I mean? If you're there. Otherwise, I don't know the stores. I don't have a list that says what stores we're going to be at and whatnot. But, you know, I'm sure you guys will figure it out. Y'all's crafty, man. Y'all's got the internet. Y'all's crafty. Bentley Pascal, my boy, sent in, since Joel is headed to the American Libraries Association, here's my live beer of choice. Blue Hawaiian Moscow Guppies from Luke Roebuck's line. Ooh, nice. Definitely digging it. A little bit jealous that you got some guppies. I got one. You know, I think you guys know that. I got one guppy, and apparently, you know, I just have to be happy with just having one guppy because that's just kind of the way it's gonna go, I guess. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me, you know, and I think I'll get over it. It'll be fine. I'll get past it. Maybe that fish is still pregnant or something, and maybe it'll work out. I don't know. But thanks, man, for posting up your fancy guppies, and I got one. And I got one. I got me one guppy. Yeah. Right? Is that how that goes? I don't know. Is that a song? That's not a song I've ever heard before. Alyssa Bentley says... what is going on here? Oh, Alyssa was asking, why do they call programs apps? Short for applications. And that's why they call them apps. Lumpy Dog is in the house. What's up? Fishy Mailman, I have a really nice koi pond on my route now. I need to talk to the owners and take a picture. Send to you guys. Probably 6,000 gallons at least. I'm probably undershooting the gallons. Ah, nice. That is pretty cool. That's good to have a koi pond on your route because they'll probably let you feed them or something someday. Maybe. I don't know. Aqua Naturalist with the $2 super chat saying thanks for the inspiration and congrats on the new edition. And that's right. If you guys don't know anything about our new edition and you don't know what's happening, Vicky and I, we's having a baby. We's having a baby. We don't know if it's a girl. We don't know if it's a boy, but we know that it's one baby. We do know that. We know it's a little bit bigger than a walnut, and it flops around in there and does the stuff, has a strong heartbeat, and that's all we know so far, that there's a baby in there. And yes, I will be most likely releasing a shirt when I get back from Germany, maybe a week after I get back from Germany, that I've been working on. That's called, the shirt's called, Did You Put a Baby in There? That's right. The shirt's going to be called, Did You Put a Baby in There? And it's going to have a guppy on it. Did you put a baby in there? Yeah, that shirt's going to come out, and I bet you guys are all going to order one, and you're all going to be super zazzed. In the meantime, you'll just have to order all the old shirts and just go with those for now. But yeah, did you put a baby in there? That'll be the shirt that's coming out when I get back, which I think is exciting. I have to figure out which color to make the shirt itself, though. What do you guys think? Is yellow's too weird? Yellow's too weird, man. People don't order yellow shirts, you know? You know what I mean? Yellow? They don't do those yellow shirts. Brotherly Brother 11 with a $2 super chat saying, any way to get rid of diatoms? Yes. And by the way, getting rid of diatoms is like, I'm going to say there's something to do. It's can be either the most difficult thing or the easiest thing to do. And that is basically nothing. You're just going to wait. Just wait, do your regular like weekly water changes whatever your regular water change is. It's just part of a brand new aquarium. It's, you know, a new aquarium that is going through the cycling process. It's basically a high level of silicates. The silicates are going to get broken down. The diatoms are just showing up. They're just sort of... diatoms are just like less fancy bacteria, basically. They're just like less fancy bacteria, so they show up pretty early. They utilize the silicates and stuff. And if you kind of just do nothing, they will get rolling, and they'll go away. And you don't have to clean them out. You don't have to really wipe them off anything or anything like that. They will just go away. So like I said, it can either be the easiest thing to do or the most difficult thing to do, which is wait. It can be super difficult to do that, but yeah, it could be the easiest thing to do. Lexi says, Joel, self-serving or not, nothing wrong with feeling good about helping somebody out. That is a good point. Thank you, Lexi. There's nothing wrong with, like, feeling good about helping somebody out. That's just, you got a good point there. They just, okay. You got a good point, and I'm not going to get all weird and get down on myself because, you know, because, like, I forgot that that's reality. Ooh, we got a bunch of, Patreons that came in during the show. I guess we're going to get to those real quick. Robbie Taylor throwing it in. Saw your gardening video last week or so ago and wanted to show you how the wild asparagus grows here in Southern California. Oh, that's dynamite, my brother. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Chicken Lips. Admirable Blackbeard sent in. Got a 300-gallon acrylic with an overflow, 21-inch holes, or 2 1-inch holes in the bottom of the overflow. How would you set up the standpipes, and what would be the max return over the overflow would handle? Okay. 2 1-inch holes are for the standpipes. So you want to set the level on a siphon. You want to have a siphon, and then the other one be the emergency. 1,200 gallons an hour into the overflow, which is different than the return pump. The return pump will probably put technically like 3,600 gallons up, but with the head pressure and head drop and all that, right around 1,200 gallons an hour is what it's going to be able to really handle. You could probably push more with the 1-inch siphon going much faster. Then you probably could do more, but I would normally dial it down. I would restrict it to like 3/4 and dial it in that way with a valve. That's the way that I would do it. Vexing Cat is here. Says, I no longer have this strain, but I am thinking of bringing them back into my collection. Yeah, those are dope guppies, man. I don't know what these are called with the street name on them, because it's like one of those things that I don't know that many of the street names because I'm not from the streets. You know what I mean? I'm not from the guppy streets like Kobe is. You know, I'm not from the streets like that. So I don't know the street names, but those are some dope guppies. And yes, I would definitely like some of those at some point in time. But we'll see if we ever get there. I don't know. I got my one guppy that's not even doing a thing. Stephen Royer throwing down $2 saying it's not much, but here you go. Hey, $2 is awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Steve. That is super awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do. I really do. Thanks, man, for the super chats. Brotherly Brother 11 with a $20 super chat saying, La computadora. La computadora. We're gonna get a computer. We're gonna send it to Punchy in Wyoming, and it will be the 3rd computer that Wyoming has ever seen. Right? Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Spear fingers. Right? It's gonna be the 3rd computer that has ever been in Wyoming. Oh, he's going cray-cray, folks. He's going cray-cray. Oh, somebody deleted their thing off of Patreon. I'm not going to say who it was because that'd be rude. But that's just life, you guys. Win some, lose some. But oh my gosh, we got up to $5.99 on this. Oh my gosh. All right, that's going to be great. You guys, that's going to work out fantastically, and I love it. I'm super stoked. I'm going to take, I don't know what I got to do now. I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you guys. Obviously it wouldn't have happened without you guys. But does that go without saying? I don't know. Brotherly Brother, thank you very much. Travis C., our biggest contributor today, he's going in with a big $20 super chat, my man. What's going on? Travis C. is asking, what other shows do you participate in? I've seen this channel and The Real Fish Talk. Are there more? Well, I've been on Mass Aquariums. I've been on Jason Wilson's channel recently. Those I've been on. I've been on a bunch of other people's channels too, but nothing like specifically scheduled. Nothing specifically scheduled as far as like other shows go. I would be happy to do that. There's another local podcast that I might be going on, but I don't want to like spoiler alert that or whatever because I don't have a date when that's going to happen. So we'll definitely figure that out when that comes down. I would definitely like to be on some more shows, but we'll see how it goes. I was trying to honestly, I was trying to coordinate doing a show with another really big YouTuber, but I don't think he wants to show up and do it. So I don't know. We might end up doing something else with somebody else. But the reality is that oftentimes when it comes down to like doing a show or something like that, we have to get to a point where we either have to pay somebody to come out and be on a show, or we just have to wait for somebody that will actually show up. You know what I mean? So that's a big problem often, is that most people just don't show up for stuff. And that's unfortunate, but that's just like kind of the way that it goes, you know? Some people show up, some people don't. But hopefully I'll be doing more shows and maybe do some other shows someday. That's going to happen at some point in time. But no, right now that's pretty much the schedule. I think we're kind of saturating the market with fish talk right now because I'm on here 6 hours a week. I'm on the Real Fish Talk 2 hours a week, plus I make the produced shows, plus I end up on anybody else's show. Then that sort of gets a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird where there's too much stuff. Johnny Zelaya with the $4.99 super chat saying, "Here's a few bucks to feed you on your trip, bro." Oh man, thank you very much. I didn't think anybody was gonna be like super chatting today. I wasn't really like in the mindset for it. So, but I'm super excited that we hit our goal over here for a panelist replacement computer. That is awesome, and I'm super excited to. Hopefully somebody could get like a picture or something of like the reaction, right? Maybe somebody gets that and sends that in, and then we're all like, oh, you know. Oh my gosh, we got a Steam Thoughts Aquatics throwing down the super chats here, saying always welcome on my channel, Brosif. Oh, man, I didn't know that. Okay, well, we'll have to figure out how to get on a Bobby stream. Maybe Bobby and I will do a stream where we just, like, put $50 on the table and then we just do whatever we want. That'd be pretty funny. Sponsored by this $50 bill, we get to do what we want. Yeah! That'd be pretty funny. But, you know... Maybe we'll figure that out. I think, when's the next time I'll be, like, up north or whatever? Maybe, like, a Thursday if I happen to be up north, or a Friday, maybe. I could probably, like, yeah, because Bob does his on Friday. Maybe we'll all, like, come up on a Friday or something like that. That'd be cool. But thank you, everybody, for coming out today. This is a short 1 hour show, and then I got to get... Because I got all this stuff, I got to start loading it in my truck. I got to get my truck over to the shop. I got to go do that. Hopefully they fix it while I'm gone. And like I said, hopefully my truck doesn't end up in auto body jail where they're like, dude, you've got you got a giant bill here. We were charging you $600 a night for storing your truck here, right? Or something crazy like that. But hopefully everybody has a fantastic, week and a half or something. I don't even know how long it's going to be. But everybody have fun. And I'll try to figure out where the plane is flying to or whatever's going on. But hopefully see you guys in Michigan. Hopefully see you in Germany. It'd be cool to see a familiar face in Germany. That'd be fun. But in the meantime, don't light off any fireworks in your bathroom. Don't light off any fireworks in your living room. Don't light off any fireworks in your basement. But if you gotta light off fireworks, do it in your attic, okay? I'm just kidding. Easy on the fireworks. I know they're coming back in my neighborhood. They're coming back. People are going to start shooting them off again. It's going to get crazy. But hopefully everybody has a fantastic time. I will talk to you all later. Or CJ Black. I can't find the button.